Everybody, what's going on? It's your boy Anime. We's back with another banger. Alright, so this one's a little bit different. I haven't done this video before. This one is a special one because this is the stuff that you guys asked me to do. So on the TikTok, I put out a post asking you guys to give me a hot take, right? And to defend and put your whole life on that hot take, regardless of how anybody feels. And that's how I make a video on it. So this is the post right here. As you can see, people have definitely given their hot takes. What we're going to do is go over it and see if they're valid hot takes or not. You know, just to have some community discussion. So, without further ado, let's hop into the video. Alright, so we got my boy Dark Fox. He is stating that Duelist is the weakest class in the game. Team comps with one or less Duelists are stronger and will always win against 2 to 3 or even 4 Duelist comps. Okay, Dark Fox, I don't know what rank you are in, but anybody running 4 Duelist comps is most likely losing the game. And 3 is pretty common, and so is 2. Based on this hot take right here, I'm gonna say, you know, my boy's he's probably lower in the ranks. I don't know what he's talking about, so I'm gonna say that hot take is a L. All right, we got futon and croutons. He likes his salad. His hot take is the issue with the entire game comes down to damage flooding. What is that word? Flooding. The only reason healers need infinite AoE heals is because every poke character does damage to entire teams. Moon Knight, Squirrel Girl, and Bucky having bullets. Hey, wait, I'm having an aneurysm reading this. Oh my god. Moon Knight and Squirrel Girl get Bucky. Okay, I get what he's trying to say. He's saying holy shit, that Moon Knight, Squirrel Girl, and Bucky have AoE damage to other characters, the entire team. That's how they display their damage. It's through that. Okay, holy. And hella knives. Alright, so I think he's wrong again. I don't think that this is the entire game's issue. And this is not, healers don't have infinite AoE heals. I don't even know what that means. But I think they're trying to say why supports are stronger due to those DPS damage. No, I think the main reason why supports are as broken as they are, right, is due to the fact that people cannot peel, right? This is the only game that I play and people actually go on strikes. I've never heard of that, right? So, and the strike came from healers complaining about not getting peeled, right? And there's just this whole dilemma, the whole toxicity between DPS players and support players, right? Support players complain, the devs buff the hell out of them. Some are overtuned now, and that is why healers have insane healing. So futon, crouton, I can see why maybe you might think that, but it's really not that. It's really not. It's just a dive support thing that's been going on for so long. All right, huge Rowan. Dive mains expect to be able to 1v2 healers and get 2 picks with no problem, and that leads to them bitching. Oh, curse word. Leads them to complaining and whining about immortal supports and begging for buffs, and then whining more when they get no buffs, when this can all be solved by them just learning how to properly play the character in the first place. This has to do with what I was saying, right? I think a lot of DPS players want the support players to just sit there and heal bot in the backline, right? And just like Aspiring players, you know, they get their clips, Daredevil players to get their clips, right? And just do their thing. But I actually I messed with this hot take. This is a W hot take. A lot of people, it's not going to excuse the fact how broken support players are, but I do completely 100% agree with the fact that DPS players whine about support players, right? And the whole buff thing that they're talking about. I wouldn't agree with the end part about properly playing. I just think DPS players have a high ego. I mean, they're human, right? We're all human. I would say understandable hot take. Undead Joker. Stop ulting as a last resort unless it is strategic. Probably the best hot take we've seen so far. This hot take is actually really good. A lot of people just pop ults. There's too many times. I think this is a lower rank hot take for sure. Some people would take the death, get the reset to not just waste the ult unless it's not needed, you know. So this is probably a plat, maybe diamond and lower. The players are popping ults and for no reason, right? All right, Vic Mantis one trip. We got a Mantis player. Any bad character is good, and any OP character is bad, depending on the person using them. I 100% agree with this hot take. Yes, you can one trick or even be a very good player and make a trash character look amazing, and then a very OP character look trash. Pretty simple hot take, and I think most people knew this. But thank you, Vic. Oh, we got a dive hot take. All right, no reason to peel. His name is C. So no reason to peel anymore. If you're getting dove and dying now, that's a skill issue. Every support has their way of living and fighting back. And they're whining now, right? So Invis self shield, push, vortex, primary buff, jump, gambit, self heal. Yeah, so he's talking about and so on. Yeah. I agree with him. There's very little reason to peel anymore. I played dive. I dived the back line. They got it themselves. I pray to God no one turns around and helps them out, because even then I'm sure to die. Good hot take. I agree. I mean, as you get higher and stuff, skills do increase. So there's always reason to peel, but there's less incentive to peel is what I would have to say about this hot take. All right. We got Brady. BP and Spider-Man are two massive revenue characters, and NetEase just locked them behind a ridiculous, unplayable skill level. Needs for the average player which make absolutely no sense. Brother in Christ. I think he just admitted to being shit. Brady, I've seen some very terrible Spider-Mans who just pick him up, bro. Like, you can pick those characters up. I promise you, he's probably a bronze player, very new to the game. Those characters are not that difficult. You put in a little bit of time, you put in a little bit of some learning, some skill into actually learning the character, watch a YouTube video or so on. I promise you, Brady, you pick him up. I do agree with the statement is they're very revenue characters and they are kind of trash, you know, due to support meta. And they're wanting to look for more business opportunities, you know, drop better skins or buff the character. That was a crazy hot take. The crazy amount of strategist buffs actually felt crazy at first, but I get it, okay? Dive should be a team-based strategy, but up until recently, Dive has been able to solo the backline. I don't think in a team-based game, one player should ever have had that much ability. Coming from Overwatch, it was kind of crazy to watch Spidey dominate, to BP dominate, to DD dominate. Sir, he's silver or bronze. Are you serious? What successful dive? Huh? Yo, Isaac, what are you talking about, bro? L hot take. I'm telling you, and this is something I gotta say to y'all. Based on your rank, the game's a lot different for a lot of people. Isaac thinks BP, Daredevil is still dominating, but he's permabanned, so barely. But anyway, the dive is still a thing in the game. He does not realize how bad it is due to his rank. Arrow Madness. It's a team game, and all roles need to help each other in order to win, no matter how many buffs and nerfs they get out. Yes, I do, but this is a small issue or small problem to solve. All right. A lot of games where we working together, bro. We going through the mud together. We are family. I don't even know this person, but we are family today, and we get our asses kicked. You feel me? Jeff rework was a healthy, needed option that would have killed the game if it never happened. This is what the good boy Cujo says. He must be a Jeff lover. Because this would definitely not have killed the game if Jeff didn't get his rework. The way supports are going now, he would have got his rework regardless. L hot take. Kamikaze. A lot more characters need reworks than people believe. 100%. I agree with your take. I don't agree with the part that than people believe. I feel like most people would say this. I think Adam needs a rework. Hulk needs a rework in some form, not too much. BP, you know. Who else? Maybe a little bit of Emma on her grab. Or Thing. I think Thing. He's in a weird spot. Yeah. But I would say most people would want, you know, changes to these characters. You guys have some very interesting hot takes. And that's our hot takes for this video. A lot of y'all had some decent hot takes, I would say. Some of y'all don't know what the hell you're talking about, but I think that's only due to your rank. And the game must be feeling a lot different for you. I think it's more peaceful there. You know, I'm sadly in Celestial, so it's kind of terrible. I don't like it. It takes a lot for me to get on this game and play it. But I enjoy making content for everybody. So, yeah. If you do enjoy the video, make sure you subscribe, like, comment. I want to hear your guys' thoughts if you agree or disagree with the video. So, that's anime. Peace out. Have a blessed one.